Hello everyone, and welcome to Counselor Feature Friday. I'm your host, Brian Urban. In these features, I hope to give you some simple tips, tidbits, and tricks to make your days easier and your patients happier. In this feature, we're going to talk about activating the text messaging feature. Now, as you may know, text messaging, of course, is available through Counselor, not only automated, for example, through appointment confirmations, but also on demand. So from within the patient profile, you can send a text message anytime and then conduct essentially two-way texting with the patient through their profile or here through the dashboard. We're going to focus on here is just a simple process for setting that system up and for picking your preferred number, right? The idea is we want to get a number that's going to typically be local so that when a patient receives it, they see that number as coming from your clinic. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click here in administration and then click clinic list. You'll choose the clinic you wish to set up text messaging for. Now you would do this individually for each clinic location as needed. So I'll take the Euclid Clinic here and click edit. Then I'll click on messaging. And then we'll choose text messaging. Now just to clarify something I said before, when I said they would see the messages coming from your clinic, they would see it as a local number. So of course it would not be the same as your telephone number, but particularly if the patient maybe receives multiple text messages from your clinic, they would see it on the same thread each time and once again see a local number. Okay. Of course, to activate the feature, you simply click enabled. It's important to note, of course, there is a charge for text messaging. It's $9.95 per month. That is unlimited texting. This is also month to month. So if you test it out for a few months and decide you want to deactivate it, you certainly can at any time. Okay. What you'll notice is that the first option here we'll see here is to select a phone number. It'll automatically choose nearest to clinic phone number. So it takes your clinic phone number, and then all you have to do is click find phone numbers. That'll run a search based off of your phone number and look for available phone numbers in your area. So you can look through and you can see what maybe matches the best overall, what you prefer. And you can go through and some, of course, will show the city related to that phone number as well, although this is somewhat generic, so it isn't always an exact location, but this will give you a very good sense of where, generally speaking, that phone number is located. Okay, so typically this is where you'll grab your number from. You'll go ahead and select the number and move forward. Okay, alternatively, you could say, all right, well, maybe I didn't see a number that matched, or maybe I'm looking for a different type of number. You can start doing more of a general search. So you can do something like where you go ahead and add in this case, I'll just keep it pretty simple here, and I'll say the first three numbers. And then it's going to run a search for 224 anywhere in the number, right? Now, if you're more specific with that, then you go ahead and add in stars for every number that you have not included, that you're leaving open, right? So that tells the system to essentially do an open search on those numbers. So in this case, it'll run the search now again for 224, and we see more of a refined list where only the area code is being used. Okay, so there's different ways you can search. Typically, this is how you go about it, or you may drill down further and say what the secondary numbers would be. Okay, so we have the area code 224, and I'm looking for 271, and then the final four does not matter. Right, so you can kind of play around with this and find a number that best fits your needs. Of course, once you select the number, then you go ahead. You can, by the way, I should mention, you can put a reply email address or multiple email addresses. This is where you will receive an email when a patient replies to a text. So you can have one or more email recipients designated here. To add one, of course, just add the email address. To add two or more, just put a comma between the email addresses as you enter them. Okay. Now, it's of course important to note you also can see any replies to emails from the dashboard, but this will give you an alert. Of course, you can also see them within the patient profile, but this will give you an alert that you know that the reply came in. Okay. Once you have finished this process overall, go ahead and click close and then save. That will activate that phone number for you, and texting will be available right away. So you can go ahead and jump into a patient profile, and you could send them a text message directly from their profile, right? So you can click the text message option. You can, send a text message right away, right? There you go. You can also set up any of your appointment confirmation messages. And I should mention, before you do any of that, you likely would want to set up your text message templates. Now, there are some preloaded ones in place, but you probably want to pop in here and just review, see what you like, what you want to modify. Of course, the counselor support team can also help with this. So you can give us a call, email us, live chat with us. You can also set up a time with one of our support specialists to review this topic specifically to make sure you have the text messages that you want and that they are configured in such a way that they're going to behave in the way that you like. So setting up the text, of course, is the text service is important, but equally as important is, hey, let's make sure the message that goes through to the patient behaves the way we want it to. And that's certainly where we can help with refining this, with making sure your placeholders are what you're looking for. Anyway, so that the end result is the text messages behave and look the way you want to. Okay, so of course, if you have any questions about this, give us a call, email us, live chat us. We're always happy to help. Thank you very much for joining us for today's Counselor Feature Friday. And as always, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.